Well, in West Alabama, our lives are dominated by football. But for a brief time each year, even the most devout football fans often find time to follow the NCAA tournament. And a lot of that time is while they're at work. Dana Langham's here from Robert Half International to tell us about March Madness in your career. Dana, good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Absolutely. Well, I feel kind of bad because I have not slacked off at work and done a bracket. But that sort of stuff happens, and I don't know, as a person in management, how does that make you feel?
You know, I like this time of year because I think that the March Madness and completing of the brackets is a bonding experience for people at work. And it's a nice team effort, and it gives you a moment at work to kind of get together and rally for a few minutes and get away from the day-to-day work and talk about something outside of work that sometimes with colleagues you forget to do.
There you are, and it's something that a lot of people have in common.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, talk to us a little bit about, there has to be a slippery slope with this because while it is good to bring people together in the work environment and give them a way to maybe blow off some steam, relax some, find something they have in common, some common ground. At the same time, I mean, they're not working.
Right.
So how do you deal with that?
Well, it has to be monitored to an extent. It has to be something that you kind of set the rules ahead of time. Like, we can do this, but work has to get done, and maybe checking the games and the scores and comparing your brackets around the very beginning of the day or lunchtime. I always made sure we checked with our manager, my manager first, to make sure we could even do it. And make sure that there was time designated throughout the day for this kind of stuff. And you also want to always make sure you check your company's policies to make sure that that's something that you can do that's a non-monetary reward at work.
For entertainment purposes only?
Only.
Gotcha. All right, tell us a little bit about when, and I think a lot of the things you just touched on, but if you can elaborate a little bit, when are you going too far with this sort of thing? If you're spending maybe, I don't know, how much time, if you're the guy, the guru, and I'm not trying to paint myself as you know, the nerdy little employee of the month. Usually I fill out a bracket. I've just been busy and I haven't had time to fool with it. But when are you doing too much with this at work? Where's the danger zone?
What normally happens is the person who's leading the bracket tends to kind of get sucked in and is the person who ends up taking all of the time. So, I mean, I think as long as you set an exact time when you're supposed to do it and, you know, being open to say this can happen at work, but if it starts to take over and keep you from getting your work responsibilities done, you got to kind of wrangle it in. So it's just making sure that you have designated time to do it. But it's a great time of the year, and it's a great time to get the team morale together and focus on sports and high energy. So I'm a fan of it.
There you are, sports and high energy. And those are good things to have in the workplace, no doubt, because good examples come from sports.
Absolutely.
All right, well, Dana, it's super to see you again, and thank you for being with us.
You too. Thanks, Danny.
Yes, ma'am. You can find out more about Robert Half International online at rhi.com. Brandon Marshall's heading to the Bears. And March Madness is finally here. Those stories and much more when First at 4 continues.